What is going on, Taurus? What's up? This is Chris Anthony coming at you guys live again for the sign of Taurus. This is going to be for December 1st through the 15th. And guess what? It's going to be a general reading. So if it does resonate with you, do me a favor, like, subscribe, share, comment on the video, just to show me that you were watching and it resonated. If it doesn't resonate with you, then I'll catch you on another video. Or you can go back and look at one of my previous videos to this for Taurus. Taurus, what's up? Yo, y'all had such a big turnout for your last video that I did for Taurus. It was the most views that I ever received on the video, which is why y'all are one of the first readings that I'm doing today. What's happening, Taurus? And guess what? Y'all got some good energy coming through here, like extra good energy. Looking at your cards, it seems like you could have a lot going on this month when it comes down to you just being busy at work, building, doing the things you do best, trying to build some stable foundations, trying to achieve your goals, get to the finish line. But overall, great energies. Like, I don't see any problems with any of these cards that I'm about to read for y'all. And it's just kind of giving me more insight into Taurus as the zodiac sign. Because to be honest, I don't know that much about Taurus people, because I haven't ran into that many in my life on Earth. You feel me? So, but I do know that Taurus is represented by the bull, which means that you guys have to be some pretty strong people. You guys are also an Earth sign, so grounded, stableness. Consistent. That's what I do know about some Taurus people. So yeah, let's get into the reading. This is going to be your present energies right here, and then we're going to go into your futuristic energies for December right there. So starting off, crowning your reading, Taurus, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So I think that this is representing you guys, especially with the Pentacles representing the Earth sign. So this is the energy that you could be taking on coming into December. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who has achieved the state of balance when it comes down to material wealth or just material things. So the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who can do it all. They go to work, they handle what they have to do at the job, and then they come home and they have a good, prosperous domestic life as well. So male or female, this is a general reading, but this is somebody that can have financial success in the workplace and then also have a domestic life that is balanced. This is you being able to balance the work and play aspects of your life, or working home. So this is you having your house in order and also going to work and being an overachiever at work and being able to balance it all. So like I said, this month, it seems like it could be a busy month for you guys. Taurus, for some reason, even though it is the holidays and it is December, you guys could just be having something going on when it comes down to a project that you're working on, or a goal that you're trying to accomplish in the workplace, or just anything that you're trying to build, and you're having to tap into your balancing energies. So you taking on that Queen of Pentacle energy and that being the crowning of your reading, this is you having and finding that balance between work and home. Because we know if one of those is kind of out of balance, it affects the other one. But the Queen of Pentacles has mastered the ability to go to work and go hard for the money, and then come back home to her family, to the relationship, to whatever that you deal with emotionally, and still maintain balance within those relationships. So that's a great thing. That is a great thing. Coming down here, right in the middle of your reading, Taurus, we have the Six of Swords. And then I clarified it with the Six of Pentacles. How synchronistic is that? Definitely. So with the Six of Swords energy, we know that usually has to do with somebody who is moving on past some heartbreak, or moving on past a cycle of their life where everything wasn't as it was supposed to be. It was turbulent waters, turbulent times that you could have been dealing with in the past. The Six of Swords represents you moving beyond that, but still carrying with you some of the memories, carrying with you some of the baggage a little bit when it comes down to the emotions that could have happened in the past. But when it is clarified with this Six of Pentacles, I think that you're moving on from something or someone that was not giving you an equal give and take. There wasn't balance, and especially with you taking on the Queen of Pentacles energy, you definitely want balance in your life right now. Especially with the Temperance card being right next to the Six of Swords, you definitely want balance in your life. And guess what? The universe wants it too, which is why you have that major arcana, the Temperance card. So yeah, to me, this is you moving away from something or someone, like I said, that wasn't equal give and take. This is the equal give and take card. And if you're moving away from that, you were not receiving what you were putting out. You were not receiving what you were given. And you're kind of fed up with it. I think this is something that could have already happened in the past. You know, you're definitely getting over it, and it's pretty much all the way in your past. I think you just could be having some memories about it with the Six of Swords, because this is the only card that even looks like this in your whole spread. So really, it's like the wrapping up of that cycle. Totally. You've concluded it. You've come to the conclusion that you want to move on. And because you're moving on, you already know what happens when you close one door, another one opens. So that equal give and take that you weren't getting in the past, I believe that you are going to get in the future. Why do I say that, Taurus? Because I know you already see this card to the right of that. That's the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups represents you seeing someone that you like, you meeting somebody, your eyes matching their eyes, you guys holding a gaze, and then you feeling the connection, you feeling the attraction, you feeling the sexual attraction, you feeling the chemistry that happens between two people when they like each other. This is that whole story going down. Love at first sight, whatever you want to call it. The soulmate card, Two of Cups. So I think because you're leaving something in the past, you could have already met someone new. Especially if this is going to turn into a relationship reading, which most readings do, but it's still general. Even if this doesn't have to do with a soulmate or somebody that you're emotionally or romantically attracted to, this could just have to do with someone or something that's going to be the equal give and take. This relationship, if it is a relationship, represents two people that know how to give and take. They know how to balance the giving and the receiving. These are two people that like to receive and like to give, you know? And when two people are giving equally and receiving equally, then you have a balanced connection. Anything can be accomplished inside of a connection when the equal give and take is there. Or inside of a workplace or a business partnership or a friendship or any type of relationship that you have when there's equal give and take, where one person is not taking more than the other, you know? And that's what I think was happening in the past. It was highly imbalanced and toxic, because that's how those relationships could be. Taurus, you already know what's up with that. And definitely you're moving away from that, because you're like, I'm not even here for it, for all the games. I like to receive as much as I give, and that's why I give so much, and I'm not here for somebody who is not going to be giving me what I want. Taurus knows this above all people. That's just what I'm guessing, because you guys are represented by the bull. And every time I run into a Taurus, it's a pretty strong person that's not about to take any crap from anybody. Like, that's what I see from the outside looking in. I don't know how it feels to be you guys, but from the outside looking in, it looks like you guys are people who don't take crap from other people, especially inside of relationships that can either build you up the most or hurt you the most. And if you were taking that, I think it's time that you stop, because it's some type of emotional soulmate that's going to give you the equal balance of give and take, equal balance of emotions. So some of you guys maybe could have been dealing with somebody who was not giving in the area of emotions. It's kind of what I just felt. The Six of Pentacles usually have to do with material giving and taking, or giving and receiving, and the balance between that can also be included inside of this thing that you're moving away from, because for some people this could represent maybe a job or a lifestyle that you were living where you didn't have that balance. You didn't have the balance of finances that you wanted, and you're moving away from the turbulent time of being broke, pretty much not having all the finances that you need to cover all the things that you need in life, your bills, your food, extracurricular activities. We need all of that to live life abundantly. And when you don't have that, you're highly out of balance. And of course, you will want to move away from that. So for some of you guys, it has to do with finances. You gaining balance in your finances, which the Queen of Pentacles has mastered. So if you're taking on that Queen of Pentacles energy, then you are starting to balance out your finances, or you're figuring out what brings your finances out of balance and learning how to put those back into balance. So that's something that could be happening. One second, Taurus. Okay, sorry about that, Taurus. Technical difficulties with my music. So yeah, like I was saying, you're learning how to balance your finances. If some of you guys could have been dealing with turbulent times because your finances were out of order, your finances were acting up, everything was kind of out of balance with your finances. If you're taking on a Queen of Pentacles energy, then you're learning how to balance your finances. So those are my people dealing with money. Now, the other people that are dealing with a relationship with this soulmate right here, what could have been happening in the past is there was a lover that you were with, a soulmate, or just somebody who was around for the time being that wasn't giving the way that you were giving, and it had you in a position where you got out of balance because they were not giving to you emotionally like you were giving to them emotionally. Or this could be vice versa. You could have been the one not giving enough emotionally, and they were, or it just was out of balance thing happening inside of maybe your last relationship or the relationship that you're moving away from, because it wasn't equal give and take. Easy as that. It could have been with emotions or finances or time or anything like that. This just could have been a person in your life before that just didn't get you or understand you. They didn't know what your love language was. Maybe they were good at giving gifts, but they weren't good at giving you their time. Or maybe they could have been good at, giving you touches, good physical interaction, but maybe not as good as giving you words of aspiration and kind of like, blowing your ego up and telling you that you look good or something like that. Anything like that, it just wasn't a match, and you're moving away from it on to something better. Some of you guys could have already ran into this soulmate, or if not, in December, you could be attracting a new soulmate in. I mean, it's the holiday season. I don't see why not. A lot of people find magic that happens around this time of the year. It's the end of the year. It's festive. You have all these great memories swirling around everybody's head. Everybody is thinking about family. They're thinking about home. They're thinking about the good things in life. And for some reason, that attracts soulmates to each other. It happens, believe me. So some of you guys could be running into a soulmate this month that going into the future is going to be able to give you that equal give and take. Now, this is the Two of Cups, so it's the beginning of a connection that has major possibilities and potential within it. So if you're meeting somebody new, this could be a major soulmate connection that has potential to grow into something greater. So yeah, right next to that, on the other side of the spectrum, you have the Temperance card. So once again, this month for you guys is all about balance. And I think you are coming into supreme balance is what I'm feeling, with the Queen of Pentacles being at the top of the reading, the Temperance card being here to bring you even more balance from the universe. The universe is bringing in that major energy of temperance, balancing out the things that are out of balance. So if you're not already making a decision to move away from something that was out of balance, the universe is going to do it for you. And you can see some people kind of like leaving your life. Or you can see some new people coming in that's kind of going to bring more balance. Sorry about that. So the Temperance card is that balance coming in, so that the things that are out of balance can just be balanced. The Temperance to me represents the balancing of your inner world, your emotional world, because the angel has his foot or her foot inside of the water. The water is representing your emotions, and she's also pouring water from one cup to another. So This is that emotional balance that I was talking about that you probably were not receiving in the past and that you're moving away from. This could be even within yourself. So, internally, you're finding another level of balance that is starting to be reflected in your life. Because when you're the Queen of Pentacles and you balance things between work and between home, it's because you have a internal balance that you found internally. And when you balance your emotions and your thoughts and those feelings that don't feel so good and the feelings that feel very well, and you see how you start to learn throughout life how you can balance your inner world to kind of work for you and not against you. This is what that Temperance card is kind of representing. It's kind of like the universe is bringing in that balance between your outer world and your inner world so that you can see more success, more financial wealth. You can have more success in relationships, where you're not settling for relationships that are not given to you equally as much as you give. So all this is happening around you right now. And then right below that, we have another major arcana card, which is the Sun. The Sun is the representation of positivity just being sprinkled in your life out of the blue, out of nowhere. And that's what's happening. Only because you're finding all this balance. Whenever your life is balanced, then you're definitely going to feel like the sun is shining on you. And even if you're not feeling like that right now, then guess what's coming in December? The sun is coming. So the sun represents that positivity. It represents another level of awareness, another level of seeing things clearly. Because when the sun is out, you could see things that you could have been missing before. Let's say if you were going through a dark night of the soul, or, let's say opposed to you viewing things at nighttime. Your surroundings look a lot different in the daytime than they do at the nighttime. Like you can go to one place at night and then come back in the day and you're like, dang, I don't remember seeing that. I didn't know this was here, or vice versa. But the Sun card brings a different level of perspective because you can see things a lot clearly. It brings another level of awareness, openness, receptiveness, because of the lightness that comes along with that sun energy. It's a light, positivity, optimistic card where you're feeling optimistic about life, especially if you were feeling pessimistic in the past because you were not receiving as much as you were given. You finding that new balance, that Temperance card coming in, you balancing work and home, or you finding new love that is brings a more balance to your inner life or your emotional life, definitely has you feeling like you want to be riding around butt naked on a horse. Sorry for the people that think that was vulgar, but definitely, if you have balance in your life and everything is balanced between your finances and between love, between your emotional life and your thoughts, and your physical life, then this is how you're going to feel. And this is just the epitome of, this to me feels like the, 1 second, where's the music? Is that it? Okay. So this right here feels like the representation of what's been going on inside of you and what's happening due to the transformation of you moving away from the things that no longer serve you and no longer give to you as much as you give to it. So you have outgrown a certain mold that no longer works for you. And now that you're stepping into this new place of abundance and balance, you feel like that sun energy, the sun is shining on you, the spotlight is on you. People can also see it too. You have good vibes coming into the month of December. So the sun card is that number one good vibe card. People will be attracted to you. They will see that you're shining only because you found another level of balance. Balance does a lot. I think the whole world, our whole life on earth is about balance, about you balancing the two poles, because we know this is a life of duality and everything has another side to it. And you have to experience both sides, the highs and the lows in life, in order to find balance between both of them. Let's go. Am I talking or am I? I don't know what's happening today. I'm giving people all type of jewels. But in order for you to find that place of balance, between the two poles, the opposite ends of anything, night or day, hot or cold. You have to first experience both of them, experience how it feels to not receive what you give back, to not receive the emotional support that you give somebody and then they don't give it back. You have to experience that first before you know how to balance it out between yourself and somebody else that's going to be able to give that much. I kind of lost it a little bit, but where I was going was pretty much saying that it's a balance between the two different sides. And I think you have come to a place that most people, are working towards and trying to find, and some people don't even find in life, is the ability to balance out the duality of life, Because when you live within the balance of the dual natures, then it's kind of like you don't find yourself out of balance. Most people, they only live on one side of the spectrum. Like, you got some people who are just always mad for no reason. And they just say, this is who I am, accept who I am. I just have an attitude. I'm always mad. So they live on that side of the spectrum, but they don't even know how the other side of the spectrum feels to be always happy. And then other people who are always happy, they don't know how to get mad, or they don't know how to tell people what they need to know or put them in their place, So, but when somebody is on the middle of the spectrum, where they know how to go hot or go all the way cold, where they know how to bring out the good or bring the evil all the way out, it's needed. And that person has a level of balance like no other person does. That person shines like no other person does, only because they can go, to one side of the spectrum all the way to the other side of the spectrum, and then they can even it out right there in the middle. So that's what's happening with you this month, Taurus. Dang, I don't even know how I got there. 22 minutes in. But that's like the overall energy that I'm feeling for you this month is kind of like just a level of balance between your inner world and your outer world, between work and home, and definitely between you and another lover, somebody who is your equal match, your partner, your life partner, your soulmate, or somebody who at least has the potential to be that person. So yeah, grow with that, go with that, do what you do, and shine while you do it. Let's get into these futuristic energies, Taurus. So starting off, we have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, once again, balance. Like, have I been talking about balance, or have I? The balancing act. So you are in a mode going into the middle of December and the end of December, to where you're finding balance between all these things that you have. Now, this could be you balancing your work and the new relationship that you have, or like I was talking about before, continuing to balance the relationship between work and home. Either way, you're finding that balance, and you can accomplish anything that you want because you have that balance. And this is just another confirmation of that. Came out in the cards. I shuffle before I do this, believe that. And everything is matching. So this Two of Pentacles looks just like you're doing the same thing that this Temperance card is doing, that the universe is doing for you. So you're just imitating life, imitating the universal energies that are around you. Right below that, we had the Strength card. So this is what is giving you the ability to do that, the ability to balance all the different things that you have going on this month, is that Strength card, Major Arcana. You tapping into that inner strength that you have to tame and to discipline the things that need to be tamed and disciplined, and to unleash the beast when it's needed, to get some things done that are harder to do. That's balance. Like, it's duality even in this card, and every card that has the dual nature. On one end, this card, represents somebody who is taming the beast, disciplining the parts of themselves that are like harder to discipline. On the other end, it's the person that's unleashing the beast and letting that beast out to kind of like give them strength that they need. So this is what you're doing with your life. That's alchemy right there. So some of you guys are turning into the supreme alchemists, or just finding that alchemical balance within yourself. This is the journey that we're on. and you're growing in it, whenever you're running into a place where you're getting all these balancing cards, this represents growth. Right below that, we have the Hangman. So the Hangman energy could be here in the future, because you could be thinking about, you could be putting a pause on a certain situation. Right below that, we have the Six of Cups. So that is that soulmate card, that past life lover, that past life soulmate energy. This could be what you could just be taking a second to look at differently, to gain a new perspective on. That's kind of what it seems like, because it's right on top of that Six of Pentacles card. Also, it could be you reaching another place of enlightenment, or just awareness. Like I said, it's you finding that balance, and you understanding that the only way that some things can be balanced is to look at it in more ways than one. Let's go. I mean, where is this coming from? The universal energy is talking. Like, you have to look at things on two different levels, from two different perspectives, or more than one perspective, in order to see the fullness of what it is. So whatever you're looking out on in the month of December, whether that is a soulmate, a past life lover that you have in your life, the soulmate that I was talking about over here, or whether this is just your life in general and you having balance within yourself, you're looking at it from a different point of view. The Hangman hangs upside down to find enlightenment. He takes a pause on life to look at things from a different point of view. You know, when you look at things upside down, they look totally different than they are right side up. Like, we know that to be sure. But symbolically, that just means to kind of look at something from a different point of view, find a different perspective to view your life with, or maybe to view this person with. The Six of Cups energy is just like that, the good memories of a soulmate, this person coming back around into your life. So for some of you guys, this could be an old soulmate trying to come back maybe, and it's making you kind of pause and think a little bit. Maybe because you have that new soulmate that's in your life right now, and maybe some of you guys are contemplating, or maybe some of you guys are juggling the thought of both of them. Definitely, because that person juggling looks like, oh snap, like which one to choose. So for a whole nother set of you guys, you could be either juggling two different soulmates right here. One is an older one that's been around, that you've already been around the block with, and another one could be a newer one. Or for other guys, this new soulmate that's coming into your life actually feels more like a past life lover. Like, you feel like you have known them for a while. And maybe you're wanting to kind of like take things slow a little bit so you can get a good perspective on your relationship with them. You don't want to rush into anything new. So the Hangman represents you slowing things down. Things coming kind of to a halt, like a straight up pause, until you get a better perspective on maybe this relationship or life in general. But either way it goes, you're doing everything that needs to be done to come into balance, to balance out what you know, what you feel, how you move forward. So that Temperance card is real for y'all this month. Like, that's what's happening. The balancing of your inner and outer world, the balancing of your higher and lower self, of your work and your home, you know, of that dualistic nature that we deal with in life. And until we find that balance, you know, we're out of balance. That's just how it is. But for you guys, you have some balancing coming in from the universal energies, and you're also doing your part to balance everything you can by taking on that Queen of Pentacles energy, who is all about balance. So let's go, Taurus. Like, what is happening? That was like a great reading. For real, like everything just kind of flowed on that one. That's 30 minutes in, and I feel like it's a wrap. Like, I feel like I wrapped up everything that I'm feeling for y'all on December. December 1st through 15th at least, and going into the middle and the end of the month. You guys are focusing on balance. Also focusing on some new soulmate energy that feels very familiar that could be coming in. So yeah, Taurus, if you like that reading, do me a favor. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Anything you want to do to let me know that you were watching and you actually liked it and it was accurate and it resonated for you. I'll be back with another reading most likely at the 15th of the month, or sometime before then if I just kind of want to do something for y'all. Once again, it's Chris Anthony, and I'm up out of here.